Removing me as president over failure to score 25% in Abuja may trigger anarchy in Nigeria, says President Bola Tinubu. Hello everyone, welcome to newsspottv. President Bola Tinubu has allegedly warned members of the Presidential Elections Tribunal that removing him as president could lead to a breakdown of law and order in Nigeria. Report says that the president's counsel, Wahala Á.Nárchy, said this in his final defense presented to the tribunal where Tinubu's victory in the February 25th, 2023 presidential election is being challenged by PDP's Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi of the Labour Party. Any other interpretation different from this will lead to absurdity, chaos, anarchy, and alteration of the very intention of the legislature, President Tinubu's lawyers, led by Wahala Á.Nárchy, reportedly said in their final defense statements to the court. The lawyers were specifically addressing a section of the Nigerian constitution that said a presidential candidate must score 25% of votes in 2/3 of Nigeria's 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. The president's legal team said courts have always been careful about giving extreme interpretations of the Constitution that could spark chaos. Our courts have always adopted a purposeful approach to the interpretation of our Constitution as exemplified in a host of decisions. Even if there was no election in one state, including the FCT, or even if the election of a state or states, including the FCT are avoided, the entire election cannot be voided or cancelled. In concluding our argument on this issue, we urge the court to hold that any election where the electorate exercise their plebiscites, there is neither a royal ballot nor royal voter, and that residents of the FCT do not have any special voting rights over residents of any other state of the Federation, in a manner similar to the concept of preferential shareholding in company law. We urge this court to resolve this issue against the petitioners and in favor of the respondents, the lawyers said. Now let's take some comments. The first commenter said, removing you from an office where you were selected dishonorably will not cause any anarchy. Nigerians have seen worse and the people are wiser. You will be removed. Do yourself a favor and resign honorably so that posterity will judge you. You did not win even your adopted state, Lagos, that you served as a 2-time governor. Majority of Nigerians voted for Obi regardless of tribe, religion, and ethnicity. Obi won Lagos, not because of Igbo. No, a lot of Yorubas voted for him for change, hope, and a better future for them and their children. Sir, step down. Another person said, so they should neglect the constitution. When he knew he did not meet the requirement and was declared a winner fraudulently by Mr. Yakubu and his cohorts. So this council is threatening civil unrest if the constitution is applied. Wow, wow, wow. No wonder Mr. Obi said, if you want to be called or addressed as His Excellency, the method with which you get there must be excellent. I'm ashamed for anyone defending the indefensible. Another person said, if he is removed, ECOWAS will collect back their chair back, Abi. Another said, this is a threat to our democracy and should be arrested immediately. Another said, leave the Abuja 25%. This man no gets half of the total votes awarded to him by INEC. Another said, for someone that was illegally declared as the president of Nigeria in the middle of the night, the court will remove you and there's nothing you can do about it. Another said, it will happen and the heavens won't fall. And even if the heavens fall, it will fall on everyone. Whoever survives, survives. The beauty will be that Nigeria is finally free. Another said, my question is, if Peter Obi is in his shoes like Tinubu, he is the one that took him to court, and Peter says, this anarchy shit. Will you, Tinubu, agree? Another said, my dear, looking at a man like Peter Obi, he would not even agree to be sworn in if he doesn't get up to 25% FCT. If he must be called Your Excellency, then the process of your attaining power must be excellent. Another said, Tinubu is threatening the peace and security of this nation. Another said, Tinubu, you will be removed and nothing will happen. Heaven will not fall. Another said, this is not presidential attitude. leadership by an example. Jonathan did not create any issue when he handed over power to Buhari. Even if the foot was on another side, it wouldn't have happened, but you threatening Nigeria is anti-democracy. Another said, you will never get rest of mind until you return what you stole. Another said, nothing will happen if you're removed. In fact, there will be worldwide jubilation once you are evacuated from that seat. Another said, this is not a presidential statement, and I doubt if Bat really made such statements coming from his lawyers. Another said, don't be fooled by the threats of President Tinubu. It could be a subtle kite flown to make you believe he has no hands in trying to influence the judiciary. This is politics, anything is possible. Another said, always acting like untouchable. If it's another person that didn't get the 25% in Abuja, I'm sure Tinubu and APC won't allow the person to rule. Anyway, now Nasabi. Another said, I can imagine how people in Nigeria are living. My prayers are with you all. Another said, I know they put mouth for these people matter again. Anything where won't happen, make it happen. My own now make this fuel price reduce. Another said, it is in our constitution that you must get 25% of votes in FCT. If it is, then swearing Tinubu is in itself is already anarchy. Another person said, go to court. You will definitely be removed. When you are eventually removed, simply go to court and challenge the decision. Nevertheless, let me quickly remind you that first, you did not meet up with the required standards under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for a candidate to contest for the position of the President of the Federal Republic. Second, you lost the election. Third, forget the accolades from praise singers, hypocrites, and political jobbers. If you are allowed to go the way you are going now, you will definitely finish off what is left of this country, and your regime will end up a mitigated disaster. General Buhari was praised and applauded just the same way you are being applauded now. You personally praised him and gave him a huge pass mark, even when you are aware it was a complete failure, because you wanted this power at all costs. What eventually followed after he had left office? Huge and monumental financial crises abound today. The economy was left comatose and bleeding to death. Those paying the price as usual are the poor and the downtrodden masses. You will be removed and nothing will happen because the people did not give you their mandate. The much you can do is to release your goons, thugs, motor park touts, rascals, and attack doors in Lagos to destroy lives and properties. But be reminded that your action will be followed by a very huge price. You lost Lagos, you lost Abuja. You and your cohort shamelessly visited Port Harcourt severally to discuss and negotiate how to steal the vote of an innocent man who clearly defeated you in Port Harcourt. It was like where the prices of Agbado, Gari, Jebu, and Ewa were being negotiated at Mile 12 markets. It was indeed a show of shame. You lost Plateau, Benue, Nasarawa, Akwa Ibom, and Cross River. You clearly lost Kaduna, Edo, and Delta. There is a saying that goes like this: he who borrowed a milk cow would always have his eyes fixed on the gate because he knows that the owner will definitely come for it one day. That's quite a lengthy one. Another said, President, they threaten us, so... Another said, if there was no mass jubilation when you were wrongly declared president, there will be no chaos when you are removed by the courts. Rather, there will be a nationwide jubilation and you know it. Another said, but installing you as the president who did not win elections didn't trigger anarchy in Nigeria. They play Oga. Another said, his removal will favor me and my family. Another said, removing you will cause jubilation. We will take to the streets and celebrate. Another said, nothing will happen, Oga President, but jubilation across the 36 states of Nigeria and the FCT. Another person said, are we supposed to be threatened by who says is our president? God, I beg go. Another person said, Tinubu is the Nigerian president, period. Another person said, this is a polite way of saying, if una remove me, I go scatter everywhere. Another one said, where is DSS? Someone is threatening the peace and security of this nation. Another said, technically, Bat is right. The problem is swearing in a president when the election is still being challenged at the tribunal. I don't understand the kind of procedure we have where one is installed with chances of nullification of the candidate's victory. However, Bat should quietly and honorably accept whatever the outcome of the case at the tribunal is. I have doubts that the odds wouldn't favor Bat at the end of the day. Another person said, Tinubu should know that Nigeria is not Lagos. There is limit to every madness. Nigeria is bigger than you to pocket like Lagos. Another said, this is why Baba wants to cash out $800 billion before then pull him out of office. Another said, this is a threat against the judiciary that requires urgent sanctioning. Tinubu is too small to mess with the Federal Republic. He will go down for war crime and his family and supporters will also. The judiciary needs to take urgent action now because this statement is treasonous and a big threat to the judiciary of the Federal Republic. He stole the mandate that himself and APC would never allow if it was against them. With this situation and statements of threats against the judiciary should alert the international bodies, disqualify and sanction Tinubu and APC. If they make any wrong move with their criminal drug gang supporters, they'll be arrested and charged for treason and war crime. Another said, Oga, go sleep. Another said, Oga, nothing will happen. When Yakubu selected you, nothing happened. Another person said, as President Tinubu, with all due respect, nothing will happen by the time the courts will eventually uphold the constitution of the land. If you are a true Democrat, then you must allow the constitution to take its full course. Nobody is above the law. Stop threatening the tribunal and the citizens of Nigeria. Nothing will happen. Stop inciting violence and chaos. You must allow the constitution to pass its final verdict according to the electoral law. Please take note, nobody is above the law. If indeed you are a Democrat as you claimed, then you must respect the constitution and democracy. Nigerian youths are not quiet and calm as before. Please learn from the #EndSARS operation. We are fully ready and prepared for any anarchy and chaos against our democracy. Enough is enough. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Another said, Baba wants to do like Buhari, but he no go work. Another said, an interloper's removal will not cause any anarchy. It will bring eternal joy to majority of Nigerians. Another said, we are ready for the revolution. It's long overdue. Another said, no, Nigeria is greater than any Nigerian. Tinubu, you will be removed and nothing would happen. Another said, Tinubu, meet won't tell you some things. You are treating Nigeria with your statements, threatening Nigeria with your statements, and you and your team will correct when the time comes. 2, you did not win the presidential election, not because of Abuja 25%, but the number of votes where Mr. Yakubu give you is the problem, because Yakubu cannot provide the evidence of your numbers in the courtroom. That means the election was rigged in your favor. 3, you have the chance to prove yourself to Nigeria as a good president, but you fall in so many ways, and that is enough suffering for Nigerians. Mr. Tinubu, you just take things personally, especially for those who no vote for you. That's not how a good leader should do things. You are a total failure. You had your chance, but you fail. If this country continues with your leadership in the next 1 or 2 years, there will be no more country called Nigeria. Another said, this comment is enough to charge him for treason. But don't be saying you mean to cover him. Another said, this man has been training the judiciary, but nobody knows before now because nobody is cautioning him. Why will the constitution bend this time? Baba, you know say you know enter. If they remove you, nothing will happen. Nigeria must be better. Another person said, anarchy, meaning a state of disorder due to absence or non-recognition of authority or other controlling systems. After now knowing what anarchy means, don't you agree that we have been in anarchy since this new government that was installed without 25% win, which is a must to be president? They play. Another said, this anarchy will start from your home. Another said, we the youth won't fight each other. We know who most of us voted for. Moreover, when you were put there, there was no anarchy. Another said, I politely ask, sir, why, Mr. President, are you threatening the people or the rule of law? Were you not among those with the nation's scroll? So if it works against you, what should happen? I just ask politely. The judiciary already have lost their credibility. If Nigeria was intact, then we won't be here. Another person said, we will face any music as long as you are no longer our president. Another said, are we not in anarchy already? Baba, please go and rest. We don't want you. Another said, someone that was selected president while men slept Even Nigeria will not be able to contain the joy. The whole of Africa will feel the freedom. Another said, they will remove you and absolutely nothing will happen. You can only wail, eat agbado and sleep. Another said, spell this word, Treason, period. Another said, just the other day at Nigerian African Union, he was advising them to obey rule of law and respect democracy. Now Baba, they suddenly threaten us. Baba who don't faint no be stranger to death. 25% no be problem self. Baba no even get the numbers allotted. If only INEC was independent without technical glitches of the brain and system. Baba, take your AU advice, respect the constitution and honor democracy. You always claim to be a true Democrat. Strategize for your political career in 2027. Another said, we are illegally declared and selected as the president of Nigeria by INEC. And anarchy and chaos didn't occur. Mr. Tinubu, Nigeria has been dwelling in mess since you were selected and imposed on Nigerians by INEC. So let the anarchy and chaos begin. Another said, nothing will happen. Now you sabi. Another said, why will it lead to breakdown of law and order? We talk about law when the right of a citizen was deprived. What happens to the law that says the majority rules? If we are given another chance to vote again and in return get a transparent result, Peter Obi will win, no doubt. Another said, this one is emotional blackmail. You said go to court. They went to court. Now you're threatening and blackmailing. Another said, he already knew he would surely step down. That's why he's trying to recover whatever penny he spent. Keep playing, no, Tinubu. Another said, go judiciary. This is not business as usual. Well done. Another said, who owns Nigeria? Me and you. The people own Nigeria. Nigerians are tired of being bullied. Nigerians are tired of suffering. We need our land back for prosperity. Another said, citizens of the country should be well sensitized and informed about the gains of the free and fair elections and the consequences of electoral fraud. Tinubu must respect the law and return the stolen mandates. So these and so many other comments are the comments that trails this particular statement by the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as said in the court, through his counsel, Wahala Á.Nárchy. What's your opinion on this? Please drop your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. To our new subscribers, thank you so much for joining. And to existing subscribers, thank you for always stopping by. We'll see you in the next video. May God bless Nigeria. Have a lovely day and bye for now.